Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Against the Public for May 27th. I'm Dana Lane. Good morning, too, depending on when you're watching this video. Today, we're going to go through my top Major League Baseball selections, free selections for Monday. And, of course, after the show, go to Pickdawgz.com. I'll have my top Major League Baseball, NBA, and NHL premium plays locked and loaded up on the website. Please jump on my single play, or better yet, get involved with my MLB 3-pack where you can get all three of my Major League Baseball plays for Monday for just $49.99. And of course, the single plays and the 3-pack all come with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee. And of course, there's only one way to get involved with every play that I release, and that's to simply become an all-access member. And you could do so for the next 30 days for less than $11 a day, the next 90 days for less than $10 a day, or do what a lot of people have done, get involved in an all-access pass for the next year for just $3.56 a day. It takes you right through football season. It allows us to build your bankroll for the preseason, and it'll take you all the way through the NFL and college football season. So no matter how you do it, please make sure you join me. Thank you to everybody that has so far. And guys, in the NBA, absolutely scorching over the last week. 67% winners. That's number one amongst cappers with at least 12 plays. 58% winners in Major League Baseball over the last 30 days. So that's the consistency that your bankroll deserves, and hopefully if you get involved with us tomorrow, we'll continue that streak. Let's get to our free plays for Monday. We're going to start things off 1:05 Eastern Time. 9:13, 9:14 is your rotation numbers. Boston Red Sox against the Baltimore Orioles. Orioles minus $1.62, 9 under minus 15. Cooper Criswell against Cole Irvin. There still might be some 8.5s out there, but just when I went to record, it went up to 9. So I think the majority of you are going to have some 9s, which is not bad because then we have to give up a little less juice. But unfortunately, now we have the element of a potential push. I like the over anyway, even at 8.5 or at 8.5. So if I think, if I liked it at 8.5, I certainly have to like it at 9. I thought that 8.5 would stick a little bit because we've seen Boston, we've seen 5 of the last 6 Sox games go under that total. They always are coming off and under, so I thought maybe the public would make that stick for a little bit, but we can't use that number. The over is 26-20 in Orioles games this year, 5-4-1 in their last 10 meetings in the series, including the last 2 games in April when the two teams combined for 12 runs and 13 runs in the second and third game of that series. The over is 6-2-2 in Baltimore's last 10 games. This feels like a little bit of a small trap to me, considering how well both Criswell and Irvin have pitched of late. But it looks, when I see a number, especially when we're looking at 9, if I saw this immediately in the morning and I saw a 9, I would think, oh, this is a trap. I didn't feel that so much at 8.5. That seemed to be a reasonable number, but at 9. That seems like a little bit of a trap for me. So I'm going to go over the 9 minus the $1.05. And then game number 2, 4:10 Eastern Time. 9:01, 9:02, St. Louis Cardinals against the Cincinnati Reds. Reds minus $1.35, 9 under, check that, 9 over, minus $1.20, just changed. Lance Lynn against Nick Lodolo. So far, 60% of the money is on the Cardinals. 74% of the tickets are on the Reds. So we have a pros versus Joes matchup here. I'm sure much of the thought process from the public is that the Cardinals played last night. They played that Sunday night baseball game against the Chicago Cubs. Good win for St. Louis, second straight over the Cubs. But then they have to get on a plane. They travel to Cincinnati for the game. Guys, that flight's less than an hour. And I heard people in the book tonight talk about, well, I'm going to go right against them tomorrow because they're going to have to play on the road after a late game. It doesn't matter, especially when you're talking about Lance Lynn that probably was already on the road before his team was. So I'm not worried about that at all. The Cardinals are rolling right along. They took 2, as I said, from the Cubs. That extended their win streak to 5 straight games and 10 out of their last 12 in a very winnable division. Everybody's kind of wrote the Cardinals off, which is strange to say with St. Louis because everybody always gives them a chance. But the Reds are riding high. They swept the Los Angeles Dodgers over the weekends, got 3 massive wins as an underdog in each one of those games. But going back to Lance Lynn, he was terrific in that last outing against the Baltimore Orioles. Threw 6 innings of 2-hit ball, did not allow an earned run, and we're going to get some plus money with him in this matchup. I'm going to take St. Louis plus the $1.14. Game number 3, interesting game, 9:40 Eastern Time, 9:19, 9:20. Houston Astros against the Seattle Mariners. Houston minus 27.5 is the total for Amber Valdez against Bryce Miller. With the Astros just 3.5 games out of the lead in the American League West, this is the time I think most people say, okay, well here they're going to make their move, and the odds makers are saying that they think they're going to make their move as well. But betting patterns are the public saying that 61% of the money's going on Houston, 67% of the tickets are going on Houston. I kind of say not so fast on this. Houston's had it's not, what is it, almost the 27th of May. And they have not been a team that I could rely on. They've been inconsistent, is probably one of the few words that you could use to describe the Astros of late. They've rotated wins and losses over the last 8 games. The Astros have cost $100 bettors this year, $1,163. Only the Chicago White Sox are worse with $1,617 lost. And when the Astros are favored, it should be noted that of that loss of the $1,163, $1,097 of that is when they are favored. Tonight they're a road favorite, and the Astros are 4-10 as a road favorite this year. They've lost $745 for $100 bettors. That is the worst mark in Major League Baseball. This is not the situation where Houston is at their best, even though most think this is when they close the gap on the Seattle Mariners. We're starting to see some plus money on the Mariners in this one. It's still even money is the consensus number, but wait a little bit, because I think Houston is going to get the mass majority of the money, especially in the morning. I think we're going to see Seattle with some plus money, but right now I'm going to take Seattle even money until I see something different from Houston, because all I've seen for the last 2 months is a team that has underachieved and probably has been the biggest surprise to the negative. I don't know, you can't even say that about the White Sox because we knew they were going to be bad. But until Houston starts to show some life, and they have at times of late, but now they're stepping up in a situation against a much better team than what they have been playing of late. And I just think Seattle at home, I think everybody, all that momentum is going towards Houston. To me, when I see all that momentum go towards one side, Seattle, I think, is still the better team as of right now, and they're certainly the more consistent team as of right now. So that's your free plays for Monday. Here's your recap. Boston, Baltimore, over 9, minus $1.05. St. Louis, plus $1.14. And Seattle, even money. Wait it out. Try to find some plus money there. Seattle, even money. Is your third game. So that does it for today's show. Thank you to everyone for watching. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Monday.